Hello! Welcome. Welcome to hell. You turn back while you still can, okay? It's gonna be a lot this stream. But also, welcome, it's good to see you. You came to the right place, alright? This is where the content comes. And also where it is. So, welcome. That right there is my big new creation. I shouldn't say my, okay? The original base body model is made by Ensemble from their E3 2007 showcase of the Halo Wars video game? What? That's right. Even though I have completely remodeled the legs, that beauty right there, that's an authentic, that baby right there, listen, you gotta trust my arms hit that. That baby right there is the authentic Halo Wars E3 2007 Scarab model ripped from the Sway build. My goodness, it looks good. It looks real good. And today we're gonna be spending a whole bunch of time on it because, as you guys know, I have a problem. I have a severe, debilitating obsession with scarabs. I literally do not know what is wrong with me, but I just know that it's a thing, and I have learned to accept it. So that's why today we're gonna take this thing where it's at. And then let me just say, okay, listen, mark my words here, okay? That scarab right there, it's not even close to done right now. Okay? If you're looking at that thing and you're like, rejected, I couldn't help but notice it looks really bare and plain and boring. Okay, listen here, you little, how much time is on the clock? 5, 6, listen here, you little frick. Alright? It's bare and naked and undetailed because I need to manually paint all the textures on it. I haven't gotten to it yet, okay? Relax. Am I a recovering Scarab addict? I am, unfortunately. But hey, you know, could be worse, I guess. No, actually, there's nothing else to that. I am. And by recovering, I mean I'm actively deep in the addiction with Scarab. So, all things considered, it looks pretty cool. It's pretty nice. I like it. But we're going to need to do quite a lot of substantial changes, adjustments, and things to it. But I want to talk about it. I want to show you guys all the stuff I've done because it's honestly really cool. Yes, I see Blue Sentinel Beam. I'll not be doing the Blue Sentinel Beam today. We're doing the Scarab. But thank you for the suggestion. Went from vaping to Scarabs and to coffee. I've had 3 cups of coffee. No, 2? 3? Maybe 3, actually. I don't know. I have a lot of coffee. Come with me. We're going to look at this Scarab up close. I want to talk about what I've already done with it and what my plans to. Weasel? What's up? I'm talking to Stream Weasel. What are you meowing for? Oh, nothing? Okay. Alright, well, as you can see, the legs here are very plain. I haven't painted any textures onto them. The entire belly is very plain. But what's not very plain is the beginnings of the legs. I've taken almost every single detail that the legs had in Halo Wars' E3 2007 build here, and I have repainted on those details here. I also added this new line, which is, you know, it's a little temporary measure, but for the most part, this is nearly authentic to the original Halo Wars build. But, okay, but guess what? I'm not going to stop there. This is Halo 3. Okay, this is not an RTS game, right? In an RTS game, when you're looking at the Scarab from all the way up here in space, you might look down on that and be like, oh yeah, look at those Scarab leg details. But we're in Halo 3, which means I get to walk right up to this thing and I get to go, why are there no panel lines? Why is it just a giant, naked, bare, plain thing? So, the point I'm getting at is I need to add a lot more detail to this to make it feel like it's going to fit in Halo 3. The only other thing I've done so far is a little bit of texturing onto the top metal here, which is pretty cool. I think it looks decent. And of course onto the head. The head was an easy thing to do for the most part because there just wasn't a whole lot to do overall. It was just draw some of these cool, like, dark shaped holes into it. I did get a little fancy. You know, we've got some of the light edge wear that's a little bit shinier. I added some bumps that rise up around the indents, the divots. I also did on the legs. It was a really fun new technique I've been experimenting with in Substance Painter. I'm not sure how well you can see it. It's kind of hard to see, but basically anywhere that there's a hole that gets dug into the surface, you can kind of see that it like rises up, like the metal warps upwards, and then the hole gets created, which is, I think, a really nice way of just adding some more detail to the shape of the metal overall. You can kind of see the way the metal warps around those holes. I personally think that's pretty awesome. I want to do more of that on this thing. I think it's really cool. And I want to do a whole lot more. Oh, some other things I was experimenting with on top of that metal warping is just this right here, adding a little bit of depth. There's no color here. It's entirely normal maps. I added some interesting normal map shapes by just raising up certain areas and cutting into it. I did the same thing here. I don't know if you guys can see. This is another really interesting texture idea I've been playing with, where this kind of looks like it's raised, almost like a bubble. See, it kind of looks like it's rounded. That is entirely normal maps. I don't think I'm going to keep it, but I was doing it as an experiment, and I think it's interesting. Basically, it's the exact same shape as before. It's completely flat. Like you can see, this is just an entirely flat area, but just with normal maps, it kind of makes it look like it's this rounded piece of Covenant metal, like a bubble almost. And like I said, not going to keep it, but just knowing that I can affect the visual shape of this thing and kind of give impressions of shapes that aren't there is really fun. Like this area right here, there's no actual model that's causing a step down. It's just normal maps. And being able to like modify the normal maps, like, add more shapes and stuff in here is really exciting for me, because you know, I'm just getting back into Substance Painter. I'm just really relearning a lot of stuff that I forgot, and now learning a ton of new stuff that I never knew before. So that's one of those things. So the reason there's not a ton of progress on this today, even though I worked a lot on this last night, is I was like doing a lot of experimentation and learning some new stuff, doing some Googling, seeing what kind of stuff I can pull off. Gyarados, thank you for the 8. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Evil RJ doesn't have a fetish for scarabs, also knows his alphabet. Wait. What? Are you implying I don't know my alphabet? What was the implication? I think I'm pretty good alphabetically speaking. You know, the alphabet's never been a pain point for me, I think. Quick, how many letters are in the alphabet? You have to answer in chat, all of you. How many letters are in the alphabet? Damn, you guys are so lucky. The first answer. 9 plus 10, 21. 26, I believe, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, until I was like 18, I thought there was like 24 letters in the alphabet. I don't know why the number 24 stuck in my head on that. I have no idea why. I just never sat down and counted it. I heard like 24 once and I was like, yeah, that seems about right, I guess. I just like never thought any deeper on it. And then for like most of my life, I was like, yeah, there's 24 letters in the alphabet. And I'm just like, and eventually somebody asked me that question and I was like, 24, I think. And then they looked at me like I was actually the dumbest person on planet Earth. And I was like, I can explain. I could explain. I wanted to say 24. It's not like, it's scary because that's like a fundamental piece of knowledge you think all people should have, but also like, who really, if you get that wrong once, you're not going to count the letters, dude. You're not going to, like, if you get that wrong once, it's over. You're wrong forever. You're never going to sit down one day and be like, I wonder how many letters are in the alphabet. Let me count real quick. And you're like, what? Wait a minute. Like, it's never going to happen. So if you get that wrong once, you're screwed forever. Useless knowledge? I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know why that would ever help somebody very deeply. Why are we counting? We're counting down to when I'm going to self-destruct from overload of Scarab. Ooh. I really want to animate this thing, dude. It's cool and all to see it, but like its posture, its animation is going to be the really intimidating part. Also, I do think I scaled this too big on accident. I think the scale's technically right, but I need to lower it a bit because this Scarab's posture kind of has it resting down a bit, whereas this is going to be the actual idle posture, and it could use a little bit. Will it explode? Oh yeah. I really want this to have like an idle animation where the head is just kind of like looking around a little and then it kind of like twitches left and right. I think that would be sick. I think that'd be really, really sick. The music. Oh yeah, what are we listening to right now? We are on the Prey soundtrack. Dude, actually, the Prey soundtrack plays a lot when I just kind of let the intro music roll because I have a really short intro soundtrack. And I'm gonna be honest, dude, the Prey soundtrack goes hard. I really like it. Awesome. Let's listen to some Amberclad though. But yeah, we're gonna do a lot of painting today, so I hope you guys enjoy painting streams. I could theoretically, you know, go through and rig this up and give it animations, but honestly, I don't really want to do animations and stuff until I'm happy with the visuals of this thing overall. I feel like there's a chance that I might redo certain parts of like the upper leg, for example, and I just don't want to mess with it too much yet. I don't know, maybe I'm just being dumb about it, but I want to be a little careful before actually implementing it. You guys got a Scarab. How about munning some bitches in your life, bro? I already got your mom. And honestly, I need to get her out of my text. Please tell her to stop. It's getting awkward. Okay, 1 second. It's kind of hot here. Let's get the AC on real quick. Then we'll get started. All right. I think it's about time we begin with this. I have to say, even though it's really bare, there's a lot of missing detail. There's so much to do, but it's gonna look really good by the end of the stream. I don't think we're gonna. I would be surprised if this was like completely finished by the end of the stream. I'm not gonna discount the possibility, but it's gonna look at least really dope and nearly finished. I think I can guarantee it's gonna be almost done by the end of the stream. I don't think this paint job is going to be anything too crazy. You know, we already did the Lich. The Lich took what? How long did it take to do the Lich paint? Like 2 streams? Like the shell of the Lich was like 2 streams. And then I did another stream where I remodeled the entire bottom and then retextured the entire bottom. I think that took like a stream and a half. So it was like 3.5 streams to completely redo the entire Lich shell, plus remodeling the bottom, plus retexturing the new bottom model. So I think I could realistically get this Scarab done in a reasonably good amount of time until a distraction happens. Dude, I swear to God, you might not believe me because I get distracted all the time by everything ever, but there is no world in which something distracts me from this, dude. Not just a new Scarab, but this Scarab. This is my obsession. I am locked in today. You're absolutely right. High poly model of the Corvette. Ooh, I will say that is... Oh man, that could derail me a little, but not from this thing. But that is... Oh, I hate that you suggested that because it's another really cool idea. I have that giant, like the low poly Corvette model. That... Oh, anyway. Anyways, guys, let's not talk about distractions right now. We have a very cool project to work on. Please, please! Also, this thing looks kind of cool in Substance Painter. I think it's like silver in here because all the colors apply through the shaders. So it just looks really kind of dope. It kind of reminds me of like a Terminator shell or something. It's pretty rad. Very shiny. But as you can see, I figured out the shaders after yesterday. I was struggling real hard, but yeah. Now I kind of got the hang of it. That said, I got to really quickly grab Halo Wars E3 2007. I gotta go to the video on YouTube for reference here. Go to the part where the Scarab shows up. This is where I'm getting all my reference. Not completely from the video, but a lot of it's coming from there. And then also grabbing some reference from, let's see, Zophie posted a screenshot of, ooh, someone in the Halo archive. Oh, Ken posted this image in the Halo archive. They have their hands on a full model of it apparently. So this is also really good reference for at least the front. This is good. This was really good reference for the legs, and it's good reference for the front and like the mouth, but beyond that, there's not a whole lot for me to do here, to be real. Like there's just not a lot. Hi Polly, your mom when? Whoa. Not cool, bro. The E3 Scarab basically the same as the Super Scarab? No, it's very different. Very, very different. It's its own thing. Like a hybrid Scarab. Yo, Jans! Jans Vaughn with the $5. Good to see you. Thank you so much for that support. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Since the Halo Wars Scarab is so tall, what you did, a gravel from the bottom for internet trier access. Okay, I know what you're saying. The text actually, that is some fucked up text, but I know what you mean. And yes, that it will have a grav lift in it. It's too tall right now. I'm gonna shrink it to about the size of the Halo 2 Scarab. It's a little bit too big right now. That was just an oopsie scaling on my part. Brett is stroke on his dono. A little bit, yeah, it would be like that though. You know, it's pretty good so far. I wish I could get some better shots of this. Like, okay, this is where I'm at with like getting high quality reference for this thing. The best I've got is For when this thing is crawling up out of here, this is the best look we get at its belly. There's a one frame right around here. This is like the best shot of its belly that we have overall. You can see it's kind of got like this gray shape with like the two little glowing dots, and then there's kind of this harness type shape that goes on. That's the best shot. It's blurry as hell, but this is the best view we have of the belly for me to recreate. And then for the side of this thing, the best view I think is roughly around here. Right about here is a really good view of the side and some of the top. It's a little blurry. I can't see the top details super well, but I get enough out of this that I can reasonably cook here. I think this could work. So I'm just gonna have to try my best and make this work. I think this top part's supposed to be a doorway, if I'm not mistaken, like a way to like get in. I'm gonna have to kind of figure that out. Floodlights. This thing is gonna have some really cool light effects on it. Yeah. I'll get more into it, but for sure it will. Do you plan to make this iteration of the Scarab superior to the previous model? Well, it doesn't have to be superior, it just has to be cool. And to be honest, I don't know, but I'm gonna do something neat with it. Can it backflip? Yeah, no, it could definitely backflip. Do awesome, super badass, super cool backflips. Okay, so this is where things are gonna get a little challenging because I need to do some really interesting stuff with the normal maps here, and it's gonna be kind of difficult, but I'm gonna give it a try. So you guys might see this shape right here. It kind of like is an extension of this line here, which I actually have that line already. I don't think I did the shape quite right, unfortunately. I might have to go back and like redo that a bit. No, I think I did it right. Maybe it just like curves out a bit more up there. But regardless, the thing that's really challenging about this Scarab, and that I really want to recreate here, is that I want... Oh, wait. Interesting. I really want to get these normals to look appropriate. Excuse me. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm like really gross today. I apologize. I had a dream that I was sick last night. I woke up with a runny nose, so I think my body's trying to communicate with me. Yeah, I want to do some of these cool shapes here. Like, for example, this little shape right here on the leg. That could be like a really great normal shape. But here's what I'm going to do, okay? You guys, I'm going to do a little experiment here before we go like hard on creating some of these shapes. You see this like bubbly bit that I did in-game. It shows up very like bubbly. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try doing like a hard line. Because if you look here, see how it's kind of like there's a literal line right there? Where like it kind of goes in and then it almost looks like it slopes down in kind of a triangular fashion. I'm going to try a couple different techniques to make this work. Hey Jans, thanks for the 5. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, Super Chat is super laggy for me all. And it autocorrect just go at it like when I typed just, it turned into Justinovo for some reason. Hey, no worries. No worries. Dementia hits us all eventually, maybe, possibly. I'm just kidding. I get you, man. You're good. Alrighty. I'm gonna paint this away. Wait, what in the world is that? Oh, I should have totally done this on a different panel. I'm gonna rename this then to panel leg. So that's our panel leg right there. And basically, I'm going to duplicate it, and we're going to use this right here to do some shell paneling. Let's do panel shell 01. I'm going to delete both of these paint layers. I'm going to add 2 more. One there, and one there. Alrighty. So now I'm going to give this a try. This is going to be kind of challenging, to be honest with you. Because what I have to do first is do a little bit of painting on here. That will hopefully turn out to be kind of a nice triangular shape. So what I'm going to do first, I'm not going to worry about overshooting. I can always like cut away some of the paneling. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a big brush stroke through here like this on the bottom, and then I do the same thing again down here. So now we kind of filled in the majority of the area of this panel. And if I turn on blur, you can see it kind of does that. Then what I want to do with the paint, I have a non-blurred paintbrush here that I can use to cut into this blurry bit, and that'll allow me to create some like harder edged shapes. So my thought on the matter is, if I go and I look for a brush, I know there's a brush for this. Actually, I'm going to look it up here because I think it'll be a little easier. There is a brush that I've seen that would be really, really good for this. It's the inverse of this brush right here. Somewhere in here. I'll have to scroll through it real quick. Shape bell? I think it might be shape, no, not shape bell, shape cone, here we go. This is it. My thought is, if I take the shape cone with some smoothing on it, I go over the blurred bit. Okay, maybe I'll have to blur this one too. Let's see. We'll give this a try. This is a test, it's a little experiment anyway. There we go, now it's got like a ridge. I guess I'll try to blur this one as well. See what happens. Not quite what I was hoping for. You could also use hard edges there, change your layer view to height, and set its blend mode to normal so it overrides the soft shell you're currently doing. I don't know if that's really going to work for my current situation. Okay, so in theory good, but my brush size would have to be bigger. It would definitely have to be bigger here. I would have to do like a really big brush size, like this. Let's see if I can't make this work. So like a big brush, like that. Big brush like that. A little bit broken on that side. Let's try one more time. If I do that, not perfect, but let's just for the sake of testing see if that kind of thing works here. Almost looks organic because I have my brush amount set so low. But yeah, that does kind of get the ridge I'm looking for, right? So we do have like a ridge. Like I'll literally, let me throw that in game and we can see it even. I didn't obviously cut out the edges there, so it's going to go outside the panel. But like, whatever, who cares? It should, at the very least, give us a good view in-game to see if this is the kind of effect that I'm after here. So give me one sec. Gotta open up my substance folder super quickly. Organize my stuff. Okay, there we go. So I got my substance folder, throw it into bitmaps. I gotta run this command at least one time. Choose bitmaps, objects, giants, scarab, E3, bitmaps. Gyarados, good to see you. Thanks for the 3. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Evil RJ doesn't fight babies and lose. What? I wouldn't. I'm not gonna lose to a baby. I beat it up. What do you mean? Oh wait. Side note. It's really messy. Like I clearly didn't do it with too much purpose. Just as like obviously the test, but that's it. We got like a harsh ridge right there that I can use. And I could color on that ridge as well, and it would look really nice. So that's awesome. Yeah, I can definitely do kind of like ridged, mountainy shapes and things on this, and it'll look good, dude. That's awesome. Okay, test is over with. Now we have to actually, in action, create this. I'm debating this though, hear me out. What if I save all of this like bumpy height data stuff after I paint on the actual like panel lines and stuff? Because my thought is, if I get too caught up doing this, I might have to like redraw some panel lines. So maybe it would be smart if I like draw in all the panels right now, get all the exact specific shapes down, refine everything, and then go in, add some of those shapes and height amounts and stuff, and that should be good. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Because I do think it looks good. The test was successful. I like it. But I think for now, we can just hide panel shell 01. And work on it later. And instead we can worry about the actual shapes and the designs of this thing. Won't panel lines get messed up more? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm not sure why they would. Unless you're seeing something I'm not, I'm pretty sure this will work out just fine. Alright, this little shape on the back is something I've been wanting to tackle for a little bit here. It's got a very interesting geometry that I'm going to have to work with. It's going to be a little challenging, but let's take a look at the side of the Scarab here. So on the side, it looks like that kind of is an opening of sorts. There's a dark panel we can at the very least put there. This has a sort of light ring around it, and it's overall kind of in a large circular panel with a cut near the bottom. So I think I can begin with that. I see where the cut is. The cut is right here. And the shape of that cut is kind of straight lined toward the bottom of this shape. So I guess I'll go ahead and try that. We'll need a couple different panel colors. So I believe... let's do height normal panels. Alrighty. Yeah, so we want the panel lines, which I have. Panel lines up. Right now I need to do panel dark inset. Let's try that. So we'll duplicate panel lines. We'll do panel inner dark. And so this will be for anywhere that I want to have sort of like techie stuff on here. And when we paint with it, it should look like that kind of. Let's switch our brush back to just a regular default soft brush. So there's it's kind of dark. Let's change the color a little bit. So we want the specular. The specular should be, let's make it really low, like 0.1. Base color is basically pitch black. So in game, the darker you have the specular, the more the actual diffuse color will pop, meaning this will be like extra, extra dark. So that's good. Let's go ahead, get a really nice small brush here and cut this shape into it. Now let me double check too. I understand. The shape is like around the curve. And I can see it in the geometry, the curve there. And go like that. And then it does like a sharp cut straight. No, a little bit more shallow than that of an angle. Good, but a little further. Almost had it there. Oh, there would be good. Yeah. And then it goes, it's I don't know how well you guys can see it. We got a panel that goes straight down and then straight over. Give that a try. Just double check. Yeah, no, that makes sense. It's kind of sharp edge, goes all the way over and then up. So that's our inner panel, side panel right there. I'm going to have to get a little creative with detailing it after, but right now we're going to focus on the big shapes of all different kinds here. And then I've done already, you know, a lich. I've done already my attempt at a harvester, which honestly was just worse in every way than my lich work. But regardless, I think my time with the lich has made me qualified to do some giant custom covey panel designs. I think I'm allowed to have a little creativity. After I get the basic shapes down from the actual E3 textures of the Scarab, I'll get to go crazy with my own level of creativity. Alright, one thing I am going to do though, I'm going to draw out here a bit more. And then I'm going to do the cleanup like that. I'm going to have this be kind of a... it would be like a sharp. Nice, there we go. That was decent. Got a nice dark panel line there, looks good. It seems to match the geometry of everything pretty well. I can make some adjustments if needed, but solid dark panel looks good. And it should be inset. Let me double check. The height. Yeah, so that is inset within the actual paneling itself. Good, good. I'm on a cruise in the middle of the Great Barrier Reef, and I'm still watching Rejected Shotgun. Just absolutely based beyond measure. Unbelievable. Unreasonably based. Okay, so here's what I'm seeing here. I think the holes layer is going to have to go over the top of all the other panels. Holes should be cut into things no matter how high, so we'll have the holes layer. The reason I'm putting the holes layer up here is because this thing seems to have a sort of hole in it. You can see there's a little dark hole right there. And so this panel kind of wraps up and around in an oval shape, and then it comes down there. So let's do a little panel line for this. Panel lines. Like the geometry. I guess I can just kind of wing it, to be honest. I can just draw my panel line. Okay, so it immediately just kind of does something a little different than that. Let's try that again. Just immediately kind of shoots out, not quite at that angle, more like up and over and around. That's sort of it. It's just it's such a low poly model with such harsh angles that it really, oh, I guess I kind of messed up that shape anyways. I want it to be about here, I would say. That'll be 1 point to match. And then not about there. That's where I want that line to go. About there. And then on the lower part, it's really like nearly flat here. It's almost a shape like this, where you kind of go up really quickly. And then it kind of is like a sharp point there almost, where it meets another panel line, and then it goes up in a high curve and around. Let's just say that's going to be like a point there, on a high curve and around like that. And that does seem to be about the shape that I'm going for here. So I think I'm pretty happy with that. There is a panel line here. I can't see too much detail, but it does seem to go all the way to the back of the Scarab. Around here. I'm just going to leave it like that and probably come back to it later. I will say, minus this little bump right here, this is actually a decent shape. I'll probably redraw this top part, though. But that's pretty close to the panel line that I'm after. Not bad, though. Not bad. Watching with tornado warnings and big ass thunderstorms is kind of a vibe. Dude, that is my favorite vibe. Oh my god. Damn, you're up in the north, though. I'm always keeping a track. I'm always on the NOAA's website, keeping an eye on where all the storms are. I know where you're at. It ain't pretty. It should not be this crazy at this time of year. Alright, so now that I kind of got that shape and I can see... I wish there was a way to turn on... Is there like a vertex view that I can do? It's really hard to paint sometimes without being able to see the vertices on a low poly model like this. Let's just try this. Let's do like a smooth shape like this. Like that. We'll add a lot of extra bits to it. And then I'm going to go in and just kind of cut a bunch of that stuff off. A little bit of a more refined shape out of this. I think this should be good for a panel line. I don't think this is... I'm a little worried that this won't look good, but I think if I just refine this shape a decent amount, it should look okay. Maybe we can bring it in a little bit there. And we can cut some of this extra stuff off the top. That's not terrible. It's pretty messy though. Let's add a little bit of thickness there. And then cut into that. A little bit more. Try to even that out a bit. Nice. We'll say that's fine for now. That's okay. We've got the shape in there. That's good. The actual thing itself, I need to fill in. Now that I think about it, I don't know why I'm spending a bunch of time doing doing all that when I literally just need to fill in the shape. This is a kind of darker part of the paneling that's inset. We can just use panel lines for that. And then, the reason I spent that time moving the hole down before. I'm sorry, what? Hole height's only 0.5. Yeah, that's just not centered. Let's try that again. Okay, let's throw that in game and see how that little section looks. I might hate it. We'll find out. It's messy. It's better than nothing, but it's messy. I'll just keep it for now because at least we'll have the basic shape in, but I'm gonna go ahead and just try to get the basic paneling shapes in, and then I'll worry more about getting detailed textures and shapes. As long as we get the basic shapes, I suppose that's good enough for me for now. Let's get a pimple a little bit. Alright, let's look at this Halo Wars Scarab again. There's another shape I really, really want to get here, which is this side shape. It's driving me nuts. I want it to kind of curve up and in, and then that'll reach to an extension of the top line there. These lines are just wrong. I need to redraw all of these lines here. They're kind of like slipping off the Scarab. They need to be going up, following the main panel lines, and they just kind of sag downwards on the sides. All right, give me a split second. I will fix that up and redraw these lines real quick. I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be back in just 1 minute. Alright, sorry for going AFK so long, y'all. Helping out and doing a little couple things here and there. Alright, let's redraw these lines. These were... I thought these were good. Plot twist. They are not. I'm gonna erase them. Wait, these aren't panel lines? What are these? If these aren't panel lines, what the hell are they? Oh no! I accidentally these. They're not supposed to exist. I doubled them up on accident. Whoops. I duplicated a layer and forgot to delete its paint. A rookie mistake. Overall, I think I fixed it. Okay, that's good. Panel lines. Yeah, panel lines are good. I just gotta get rid of these now. But anyway, I don't like these lines. Well, actually, that's a lie. I like these two lines, but... Ah, screw it. I'm just gonna erase them all. It'll be easier. It'll be easier to start from scratch. I have a vision for like what it's supposed to look like, but it's one thing to have a vision. It's another thing to actually get the correct shapes in. And you know what? At the end of the day, it's also up to me how I want to make these look and how I want to draw them. So I'm going to take full advantage of that fact. My God, Targaryen, what are you talking about in chat right now? Alright, out of curiosity for y'all watching, if I was not having a, like, schizo hyper obsession with the Halo Wars Scarab right now, what kind of content would you be interested in watching me do at the moment? Genuinely curious. Genuinely curious. Oh man, okay, I gotta draw these lines from like the right angle because, dude, look at this. Is the topology of this thing is so bumpy and low poly. I really am starting to feel like I should probably have redone the model of not just the legs but also the body, because like, man, it's so messy. Hot tub stream, harvester. I can see harvester. I should probably go back and do the harvester. This is kind of up the same alley as harvester, but I know it'd be good. Halo 3-ified Cyclops. Well, considering Skaboodly made like a Halo Reachified one, I'd love to just, whenever he's done with it, have it thrown into Halo 3. Space mod. It'll be a while before I'm back on the space mod. But definitely one day. Definitely one of these days, it'll be back. Okay, that's pretty good. It's pretty good shape-wise. And there was also... Oh no, you know what? The curve is a little bit wrong. I'm going to redo that one. I just remembered, the curve is... I lied, actually. I think that curve was fine. But whatever. I'm redrawing it anyway. I'll make it even better this time. Oh wow, that was actually... I was worried that wasn't going to be it, but that was it. That hit so good. Okay, well that's good and all, but now I have another thin line that's got to kind of come up and follow that shape. I do worry I may have a little too high. No, it's a pretty thin line there. But I may have gone a little too heavy on the separating from that shape. And then this one's supposed to have like a extruding line coming out there, that follows that shape and then goes up to here like that. Yeah, okay, this is more closely following the actual design. Not bad, not bad. Okay. On top of the leg we've got kind of a dig in panel line. I'm going to worry about the main panel lines here, though, since the prop is a good one. I've actually never played it still, but I'm a huge fan of the amount of work they've put into that mod. It's crazy cool. Alright, so I'm going to actually draw this starting here and going down to here. That's actually where it's supposed to be. And on the other side, There's supposed to be a sort of a circle around this. Kind of see that shape there. There's supposed to be this bit here, this rounded bit. It's all one large piece for the most part. And it's kind of a curve. That's actually surprisingly close. The shape does seem to wander a little bit more out before doing a more abrupt turn in. Not bad, not bad. Oops. Have this line curve in a little. Okay, that's a little bit messy. Curve in. Not bad. How does that look down there? I guess it just kind of, it doesn't have to curve here. This can be like just straight up harsh paneling. And I really am starting to feel like I ought to have redesigned this entire mesh though. It's okay though. I think I can make this work still. I shouldn't be too worried about it. Looks good though. We're getting the basic panels and shapes in there. I would say it's far from perfect, but it's enough that I'm pretty happy so far. Oh wait, where's the panel inner dark? Okay, so that's where the panel is. Maybe I should actually... I know it's technically not what was on the drawing, but I could connect it. I'll just not worry about that for right now. This is more important. I can redraw that if need be. It was kind of messy anyway. Make Iron Man. Make cheese on toast. Dude, it's beans on toast, first of all. And second of all, fuck no, absolutely not. I need my shifter. Listen, Didax, we ain't making no mantles approach, alright? The only thing approaching is this giant-ass Scarab, and it's gonna look damn good doing it. You know, I want to make this little design. I want to make this little design on this round part. Speaking of the round part, I'm definitely going to have to do some crazy normal map shenanigans on it, but I'm going to draw that on it right now. It is a circle with just 3 little alpha bits on it. You know what? We're going to draw some Photoshop alphas. I've decided. There's our thumbnail. Wowza. We're going to do some cool... We already have a bunch of alphas for Covenant ships and stuff, but we're going to need some custom ones for this. We just are. One of them is going to be a hollow circle, which is pretty thin, actually, overall. But first of all, actually, let's do a all-black background for our alpha. Let's go ahead and draw ourselves a nice little circle here. Boom. We're going to make that all white. We're going to center it. We're going to do a little select our pixels. We're going to modify that by contracting it, say, 15 pixels. Let's do 20. Make me happier. Modify, contract by 20 pixels, and delete that inner part. So there's our circle alpha. Hide that, make our next alpha, which is this shape right here, which if you look at the circle, kind of looks like literally just a circle with a roundish brush stroke coming out of it. I'm going to make that a rectangle though. 1, because I'm a little lazy, and 2, because it'll look a little more covey in design if I do that, I think. We'll have that shape right there. It's basically a thermometer, is what this shape is. Darksteel, thank you so much for the $2 tip. Really appreciate it. Thank you much. Thank you. Yawn. Good morning. Light mapping a single BSB took 2 hours in total, so I hit a quick snooze and I woke up at 9:30 p.m. and you're streaming. Damn, I'm not sleeping tonight, am I? Oh, I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling so much. I actually woke up really late today because I stayed up way too late. I know that feeling all too well. I hate it, but I feel ya. Only 2 hours though. Huge grass takes 12. Nick with a $5 tip too. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Genuinely, thank you so much. One day I'll find a girl that loves and obsesses over me as much as RJ does with these scarabs. It's a problem. It's a problem. But hopefully you can find a girl who obsesses over you that much and she'll be your problem. It'll be awesome. We can all only hope. I believe. Alright, that's a good shape. That's a good shape. We can use these. 100% we can use these. Alright, let me save these real quick. Give me a sec. Look at the crappy, unfinished, icky, nasty version that you're looking at right there. While I go ahead and do this. You know what? Why am I doing these shapes exactly? I really ought to be doing like my own spins on them, right? I feel like that makes sense. I'm actively just trying too hard, I think, to make this look exactly like the E3 Scarab. When I need to be using my own artistic judgment here, I think it's causing me a little bit of issues, being honest. I think I'll be better off. All right, making a bunch of Windows noises. I think I'll be better off doing a little bit of my own stuff. I hit him with that. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. All right, I finally have all this stuff ready to save. This will be Alpha 01. Alpha 02. What did I just say that as? Alpha 12, I think. $0.92, awesome. Alright, we'll grab that. I'm gonna import that into my project real quick. I'm gonna grab these two here. I'm going to set them both to be alphas. Import. There we go. Alright, so first things first, we can put that little circle right here. I really want to try and line it up with that geometry. So, there. Do I do it? Yeah, no, this will be on the holes layer. That was a close one. On the holes layer. Not bad, actually. And then I'm just going to do 3 of these thingies. I think... Is that the right direction? Yeah, so they're kind of like that. That. And... like, separate them out a little bit more of that. And... No, not quite. Yeah, no, that angle's terrible. That's okay. I just don't think it's raised up. That's definitely... Is this raised up? That's height 0.5. It's supposed to be minus 0.5. God damn. Alright, there. Now we're getting somewhere. I hate this. I think that's fucking hideous, and I hate it more than like anything else. But I'm gonna keep it there for now. It's fine. It's fine. Not centered. It actually is centered, but it's because of the weird geometry that it kind of looks warped. Will the official Super Scarab from the campaign be in this? No, I don't. I think the Super Scarab is kind of a gross design, honestly. I don't like it very much. It's really ugly. Have you ever like seen anybody who's taken the legs of it out and stuff? It just looks fucking weird. And there's not even concept art of what like the Super Scarab is supposed to be like all finished up. So basically you need some kind of concept artist to like redraw the entire Super Scarab as like a finished design, and then you would have to model it. Because the existing assets that are in the game just... There is no such thing as a finished Super Scarab. It would all just be up to your imagination. Oh man, no wonder. Okay, I'm actually going to redraw this real quick. I just totally forgot. My own rule for making alphas. Filter. We'll convert them both for smart filters. We're going to do filter, blur, Gaussian blur. At about 8.4 pixels, a good amount. I think that's what it was before. You've got to Gaussian blur these things. 100%. Wait, what the fuck? Where did my... That's weird. Gaussian blur. If you don't blur these things, they lose their edges. Like, basically, they just don't look that good. They don't have a ramping edge, which looks kind of terrible. You give them a super harsh edge, you just kind of lose that depth effect, especially at lower resolution textures. You just don't see them as well, which kind of looks bad. Got those ramped. We're gonna reload these. Reload. Okay, so now though, if I go to holes, the height right again, we should get a nice effect here. Like that. Yeah, now you can see that ramping like a lot better, I think. A little bit off though. Let's move it to the side a touch. Nah, okay, I lied. I'm gonna keep it a little bit more over here. Yeah. Oh, that's a whole ass leg. Okay, so we'll do that, and then we'll grab these alphas. And what's that size? Like, let's do 5.5. I think 5.5 looks okay. Let's try 6. Hey, Darksteel with another $2 tip. Much appreciated. Thank you, dude. 7. Check stream chat yet another day, another grind. All right, I got you. Give me 1 sec. I'll happily check it out. Do this, then this, then that. No, that's a little bit off. Yeah, that looks better, I think. I think that actually looks substantially better. The first real panel design, dude. Even though everything kind of looks like ass right now. Let's throw it in game. Get a little, I want to see if I actually like this. I think I will. I think I'll actually like this a lot. But, hey, there's only one way to find out. Let me look at Darksteel's thing. Yeah, that's like kind of a decent sort of cool panel design. And maybe I'll darken that panel a bit or darken certain parts of it later on as I do multiple passes over it. But yeah, so far that's kind of cool. The first like actual design on it. Not bad, dude. Not bad. We got progress. A little teensy tiny bit of progress. Alrighty, let's see what's going on in stream chat. The joys of Halo modding. Oh boy. God. Fuck that, dude. Ain't no way. Oh, that's why I never do campaign missions, bro. Debugging your scripts for thousands of lines, wondering what's interacting with what. Oh man, that's so... And it would be one thing if it was like Unity, you know, and it was like, yeah, actually, I think the reason that you're having this issue is X, Y. No, dude, it's Halo script, and you just, there are no debugging tools good enough. They just do not exist. Fun, 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 fun! Listen, that's, I will say, is a hell of a lot more fun, dude, to do the shit that I'm doing here than it is to do that. Alright? You get way better results doing all the scripting and stuff, and it looks awesome. But let me tell you, I do have it good here doing the stuff that I do. And I will never, ever try to take that for granted. That is for damn sure. Ugh. Where's panel? Inner dart. There we go. I just didn't like any of this, honestly. I think it looked like ass. I'll try to like redraw my own version of that. I can kind of see this shape that I have to work with, and that's all well and good. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go ahead and use that design. So let's work on this. Panels. Okay, I think I'm on a size of 1, a brush size of 1 for this. Yeah, that looks alright. Okay, so the top of this I think is supposed to just be like straight over. Okay, so the panel lines are sort of kind of in, right? That's good. Now what I need to do is make these actually interesting, and okay, I can't say that they're sort of kind of in until I actually draw in the rest of the panel lines, which there are, unfortunately, many more to go. And little details and things that I have yet to do, unfortunately. Okay, we need to somehow get a view of this back part. I noticed there's like 2 vents almost on the back there. I can't really see super well what's going on, but I can see the upper line, the inner line kind of transition, wraps up and around. Kind of like gets there, goes in the middle, and it kind of wraps up and around. So I'm going to see if I can't look at the geo here and see if I can't recreate that. I think it goes over, like in and over. Maybe I just have this in too far already. I think maybe what I'll do is, with my own take on this, drag it down, around, and in, like that. Not bad, not bad. That's an okay panel line for this. I don't dislike it too much. As for this part, I see this for exactly where it needs to be, like that. Perfect, dude. It rides up a little bit onto that geometry there, but it's not too bad. Not bad. Okay, so now that we're getting these basic shapes down, this will become a lot easier. I will say, maybe I could try this, actually. Okay, better. That's more close. That's more close to what the actual panel line looks like. I know I don't want to stick 100% to the original Halo Wars design, but it does matter to me that I can get some of the important shapes in, because they're there for a reason. They make up the actual structures that this will be, and that's important to me. So there we go. Kind of raises up, goes inwards, and then because it goes inwards, it can complement the shape of this thing right here. This little, whatever this is. Honestly, I don't even know. Oh, ooh, I can get a full screen view by pressing tab. That's nice. But yeah, really wanna get this shape down, man. This is tough. That shape. It is understood. This line is really important. For whatever reason, I don't know if there's like no such thing as a vertex view or what the hell's going on, but I can't see shit. Let me see, maybe Substance Painter Vertex View. Painter View wireframe. Is there a wireframe that I can overlay? Oh god, wireframe overlay tutorial. Please, dude, I need this. Okay. Window, views, display settings. Okay, go on. All right. Keep. Yep, you're scrolling really slowly in this tutorial. You could just show where the button is. Please show where the button. Okay, you're still. I'm waiting. Oh, thank God, it's at the bottom. Jesus Christ, dude. YouTube tutorials drive me crazy. There it is. Oh my lord, dude. Boom. Now I can actually see the red lines. Hey, dude, that tutorial could have been 5, maybe 10 seconds. That could have been a 10-second tutorial. It was 1 minute 38 seconds, and the first 40 seconds were just going, hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm going to show you. Shh. I read the title. I already searched it up. That's the kind of video that only gets through search results. I already know why I'm here, man. I appreciate what you're doing, but also, I know why I'm here. I know why the fuck I'm here. Okay. Sorry, I'm being mad grumpy, for sure. But also, I still know why the hell I'm here. Oh wait, maybe it's more like that actually. Yeah, wait. Makes more sense actually. The intro sounds like Scarce. I've heard that many times. Hey, what's going on, guys? Scarce here. Okay, so this level's out to be kind of flat near the bottom. So we'll go like that, do that. And then it ramps up and goes to a sharp point over here somewhere. Careful how I do this next part. It's like kind of a very sharp angle up. Might not be far enough on this actually. Maybe just to go further over here. Okay, decent, but the panel shaping just doesn't feel Covenant, man. I don't know what it is that I'm doing wrong here, but that just does not. Oh, no, I actually know exactly what I'm doing wrong here. That just wasn't what it was supposed to look like. Supposed to go all the way to here. I lied! Goes from like here all the way to here. Boom! That's a little more Covenant-y. Boom! Sorta. I don't know if that was like a boom moment, but that's the kind of panel shape that it's supposed to have. Alright, next up. Looks like this is all kind of one big panel. I see some interesting shapes that I'm going to start drawing in here in a minute. That said, though, I need to get rid of this little line here. This is driving me crazy. There's not supposed to be any line there whatsoever. Looks decent. Not bad, not bad. As for the top part of this, I suppose I can draw a little bit of this in. I need to basically make it look kind of rounded. It's kind of like a weird oval shape. No, not quite that. I'm gonna see if I can't. I gotta kind of do this all at once. Oblong sort of oval. Ah, dude, I almost had it. That ending. Make it a big. I mean, it kind of looked. I don't know what this is supposed to be, honestly, but it did. It's kind of the shape of it is a little weird. Okay, that's actually a lot nicer than what it was before. Not bad, not bad. Hey, Coyote with the tenor. Thank you so much, dude. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Two fivers. Appreciate it. Do you like the Scarab animations that move more like a creature as seen in Halo Reach and Halo Wars? Or do you prefer a more mechanical animation approach? I don't mean this as a cop-out answer, but I do believe there's a healthy blend between the two that looks the best. I don't think that it... I think it should lean into the more mechanical look. I don't know, there's a blend somewhere in between. I'm not sure which side it lingers on more, but I think both Halo 2 and 3 had a really, really good blend of the two. And I think that's pretty important, honestly. So, I don't know if I could give you, like, a straightforward, like, super great answer, but I would say there's definitely a blend that's good. For sure. I wish I could give you a less cop-out answer, but that's my honest feeling on it. Demon also with a 2. Good to see you, man. Thank you very much for that. $50 if you can hide in Among Us. Don't tempt me now. There are many good places to hide in Among Us. Do not tempt me. I have the power, and I may do it. There's nowhere on the current paneling that would be a great place to hide it, but it is very possible that I could. Okay, do not tempt me. Okay, let me, hold on. There's a little bit, that's not too bad actually. Okay, let's see with the current panel lines. I know they're really basic. We don't have any details and it's just some shapes. I want to throw it in game and see how I feel about it. All right, actually, I know it's just lines right now, but it feels decent. I'm gonna have to clean them up and work on it a bit, but I think it's actually not too bad. Actually not too bad. The shapes overall, I could see them turning into something that I like. I could definitely see that turning into something I like. I like this character because it resembles the CE Covenant design, which is peak Covenant design, by the way. I mean, starting to look cool. Exactly. It's really bare bones right now, but like if you really use your imagination, you can see what this has the potential to become. And oh man, imagine too with like the underside metal being all done. Oh, that would look so sick. But okay, I'm glad. I'm glad that the vision is slowly but surely coming to life. Let's continue. So, I wish I could see the back of it, dude. I don't think we ever get to see, like, the rear side of it. Oh, I lied. There's, like, dots and stuff right there. Interesting. Okay, so here's one thing I have to kind of figure out what I want to do. there are these panels all throughout that are literally just gray, like underside inner panels. The problem is with the way that I've done it, I don't get to do that. I don't get to expose any bits of it. The best I can do is give it a dark inner panel area, very similar to like these holes here where it's like very dark, and I can add some like inner panel stuff to it to make it look better, but that's as close as I can get. Like, it's still going to be kind of purplish orange. I don't get to fully expose the inner panel, so I think I'll just leave it as like holes that I can add detailing to the inside of, but yeah, it's a bit of a shame. I'll just have to do like dark panels. But I like some of these shapes. I'm gonna try drawing in some of these shapes here. For one, you can kind of see it here. There's these kind of like sort of trapezoid type doors shapes that have like lights in it. I'll do the illumination maps later, but there's sort of trapezoid shapes there. They're kind of interesting, as well as some panels there. Let me draw in some of these panel lines. Excuse me. Panel lines up, panel inner dark. I'm gonna try doing it with a panel inner dark. How about that? Let's do that. So it kind of goes up, curves, down, and in. I'm gonna draw this in my own kind of shape. Up. Actually, where does this start? Starts kind of in on the curve, ends on the outer end of the curve. So up, curve, to here, let's say, and then down like that. No, it's a little more exaggerated. It follows the line a bit more, so we could try that again. Up and out. Follow the curve lines here. Bring it back down and in. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Does that leave space for... Not enough space. Okay, so let's do that again. But this time, leave a little bit more space. Nice. That's a cool shape. Then I want to draw in these lines here, these shapes. They're kind of like curves up. It's sharp at the top and then curves back down, almost like a doorway. So it kind of curves up. Gets sharp at the top and then curves down and in. Not bad. Not bad. And then there's another shape that I've noticed kind of here, where it kind of just curves toward the end of this entire thing. Kind of hard to see, but it's there. It kind of like pops out and does a little wavy shape. Kind of around here. It kind of goes like, ooh. Like that. It'd be funny if the Scarab was just the Halo 2 concept Scarab. I mean, this is very much its own design. Dude, I just love this design so much. I have to gush over it, how much I really do love this design. It's just everything I like about Scarab designs distilled down. It's so good, man. I'm such like I'm a simp, dude. I'm a Scarab simp. It is what it is. Ensemble cooked. I don't know what artist at Ensemble was responsible for this design, but they understood. They knew what made a Scarab great. And they did not hold back. They understood the cool factor of a Scarab, and they said, hold my beer. I'm gonna take everything good about them, and I'm gonna put it all together. And now I'm gonna try all of that, but in Halo 3. Maybe I can pull it off, we'll see. I'm worried that I'm sticking a little too closely to the original design right now, and not taking any artistic liberties. And where, like, because what's really important is that this looks good in Halo 3's art style. And if I don't take artistic liberties, I could lean too heavily into the original design, which is not going to necessarily look amazing in Halo 3's art style. But well, I'm not going to be too worried, to be honest, because once I get the initial shapes and stuff in, I do get to go in and change it up as much as I need to make it match what I feel is Halo 3's style. So it could be a lot worse. Okay, that's not bad. There's another dark shape here that I really want to kind of pull together, and it's like, boom. A combination of like going from here to here to here to here. I do think these dark shapes are going to go a long way in making this feel nice and detailed, so I'm really happy about it so far. Okay, now let's put this in game and see if this feels like an improvement. I think this is going to feel like a straight up improvement on what we currently have in game. So we got this. This is where we were at. And then this is with some upgrades. Boom. Nice, dude. That detailing already is adding a great feel to the shell overall. I'm a fan of that. I think that adds a really great level to everything. Nice, dude. That's progress. That's good progress, actually. I'm really happy with that. If there's any more dark shapes on the shell, some basic dark shapes from the original design, that'll improve this. Back of it looks like a frog head. Huh? Oh, I kind of see what you mean. Like its mouth being back here, like its tongue would be like there, like an eye. I'll make sure by the end of it, you no longer see a frog head. That's weird. Does the original have that vibe? The original actually has that vibe. There may be no saving it. Let's close you. We want this one. Okay. Next up, there is some light paneling and bumps and shapes and things. There's some shapes here that kind of... There's some light panel shapes that are sort of raised up. Ugh. Can you make it an AA Scarab? I mean, yeah, I can make it an AA Scarab. I don't know if I will currently, but I could. I wish I could see this without all the smoke particles in the way, man. Okay, we're looking. Was there music playing? I feel like it's just awfully quiet today. Maybe my volume's just low. I think my volume's just low. Okay. This is the only good view we have of the back. Dude, hold on. I wish I had more screenshots of this thing, man. Using only this as reference is challenging. Okay, wait, let's go back a few frames. Here, that is the best look we have of the back of this thing. So we can see that there's a line that kind of curves in on the back rear bump there. And then there's some kind of panel shape that goes up and into it. So we can draw that for sure. Oh, I guess I already had that drawn in. But then there's a panel shape that goes up. So we got that. Let's do panel inner dark. Go kind of up. And then on this up and then inwards. Okay, that's fine. And then I can't say for sure, but I feel like there's a slightly dark inset part that kind of has lines going like this on the back. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm talking about. It kind of looks like that. There's also a dark panel underneath here that I don't have at all yet. Let me draw it in with some panel lines. Hold on. Panel. What is panel's medium? Just another one with like lighter colors. Am I using that on the legs at all? No. But yeah, there's a shape here. It's like closely hugging and then going into a line that kind of connects on the rear. Okay, okay, wait, this is actually really good. I needed this line very badly. I understand what I'm looking at here. Let me double check that I don't get a better view of it. I don't know, you can kind of see it further back before all the fucking Scorpion tanks start spamming it with rockets. Ah, okay. I can actually see it here. So it's this entire like bottom lower part below the circular area is actually darker with like a raised up panel. So it's actually just completely lowered. Demon! Thank you for the tenor, man. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This sounds dumb, but didn't someone suggest that it still have the Halo 2 interior and there's just a single hole on top that lets you get into it the way the Lich has a hole in the roof? I did hear some suggestions. There were some mixed suggestions going on in chat around that idea, and I fully agree that that's a pretty cool idea. I'm down with it. Maybe not like exactly the Halo 2 interior, but like, yeah, basically the idea that I've had as far as the interior is that right here would open up. This would be kind of a doorway of sorts, like two doorways here. And they're just like hallways, kind of like the Halo 2 Scarab, right? And those would transition you down like a staircase or like a ramp. And then you would be on the interior, and then very much reminiscent of the Halo 2 one. You could like go in here and like kind of like the Lich, this would be like an empty screen that you can see out through. And then you could have some kind of like grav lift thingy on the bottom that's also another way in. I think all of those are really interesting ideas. So thank you for the tenor. Yeah, I'm totally on board with those ideas. None of that so far has me feeling like it's a bad idea. I think those are really good and interesting ideas. The interior would be huge, and I'm all here for it. Yeah, that's true. I mean, this is too big right now. It would definitely be bigger than the Halo 2 interior. I'm shrinking this thing down. It's not supposed to be this big. I just messed up the scaling on it a little bit. But yeah, it'll definitely be a bit smaller, but not like so small it's like a massive substantial change. Okay, let me look at this though. For the side, there is a panel that kind of rises up. I actually don't have a panel that rises up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna draw this with my panel line layer brush here, and then I'll move on. So I can actually see the vertices. It's made up of this to this, to this, to this, to this. So that is the actual paneling. It's a little bit smoother than that. But then, from here, there is actually a line that comes from in between here. So that's kind of the shape there, which is nice. That definitely fills up the shapes of the things of everything here, and that is the actual shape it seems to have. There also seems to be, if I scroll through a little bit more here, in slow-mo, but you can kind of sort of see it. There is like a rear kind of darkened area with panel lines on the back. It's nothing too crazy. It does go down onto the back butt a little bit there. And I'm noticing there's a panel line. There's two panel lines actually that I haven't seen yet, as well. Kind of shoot up. Oh wait, there's some details I didn't notice before. This is a great frame, dude. This is why we go frame by frame on this stuff. There's a little dark triangle there. We can see that there's some nice. There's like two lines that go through that as well, which are pretty good. So that's cool. We can do some. We'll do some. I'll do some inner tech stuff there, kind of reminiscent of this a bit, but that's cool. This line kind of continues on. There's some like triangles here, actually. They're not, I wouldn't call them triangles, but they're like... All right, those will do. We'll have those panels in whatever. They're uneven. These are not supposed to be the same shape mirrored. These are supposed to be different shapes. This one's actually not as long as it needs to be. I gotta fix that. Okay, that's a little nicer. What else do we have here? There's this little dark triangle kind of shape there. Now what I need to do is this back, very like carapace shape I've noticed here. So I need to go ahead and work on this. I think what I need is a new panel lines layer. We'll duplicate it. This will be panel medium dark. And the actual color is not going to be nearly as dark, and the specular is going to be up a little. We can do like 0.35 on here, have the base color be a bit lighter, and delete that paint layer and add a new one. See if that's the kind of result I'm looking for. I think that's okay. It might be a little too dark, but we can always adjust it. That said, we got a shape here that kind of comes out, and it's just rounded out. Literally just comes out. Like so. Like that. That's pretty good. And then I'm going to fill it in. Okay. Not bad. Add a little bit of extra bits here. Little bits. Little bit right there. Ah, whatever. Let's leave it. But okay, that shape's good. It's a little bit lighter. I'm glad I'm not the only one that sees the frog. There's no frog. Stop looking at the frog. There's no frog. Stop looking at it. Okay? You don't see a frog. You just don't. You do not see a frog. Frog. Okay. Yeah, you're right. That is frog. You're absolutely right. Okay, I can actually use panel lines. This is kind of cool. I can use panel lines to, let me see here. Does it? It does kind of have an outline. I hope I can do this and make it not look terrible. How many lines? There's literally just 2 lines, and then one has a divot in it. So it's kind of like this, and then another one here. Probably a bit more exaggerated, though. Again, how about there? Demon, good God! Thank you for the 24 fivers all in one. Much appreciated, dude. Thank you, thank you. Oh my God, Drake, I just had a beautiful vision of a weapon for this. Remember the Banished Scarab missiles? That, but larger AA Wraith bolts that lock onto targets, firing like 10 at once, 5 from each side, in the frog eyes. I will do you one better. I will do you one better. Not the frog eyes. I've been looking at this. I've been eyeing this. You can't really see it because I don't want to move off this frame yet. But there's like literally like dotted missile slots that look like that, but like multiple of them right there. And they look like they would be perfect for this. Genuinely, they'd be so damn good for me. I've been thinking about it too. Because this would be like a giant missile launcher. I'm not even sure what this is supposed to be honest. But right here legitimately looks like missile launchers on the backside. I have been like debating this in my head the entire time I've been working here because I've been thinking the exact same thing. Literally the exact same thing. Now I actually really do love that suggestion. I think that would be really fucking cool. Also, I think there's supposed to be kind of a good right there, a little wieners right there in the shape of it. Not bad, not bad. It looks pretty good actually. It's pretty cool, man. All right, let's try exporting these into the game. Stop saying it looks like a fucking frog, man. It's a scarab. Get it through y'all's skulls. There is no frog. Do not look at the frog. Do not observe the frog. There is no frog. Okay. What would the biased liberal media wants you to believe that this is in fact a frog. But I am here to assure you that this is in fact a scarab. Where's the Halo Wars? Okay. There's a line that kind of goes like there to there. Okay, we can work with that. So there's gonna be a panel line right there. Where is that exactly? Hold on. We got a line from kind of there, the end of that, just kind of connecting down and in. Kind of, hold on, kind of like that. Yeah, almost exactly that actually, just with a little bit less of an angle on it. There we go. And there's another line that kind of goes a bit further out, down, connecting to a different area. At tonight! Thank you for the thought. Never mind. Never mind. Said rivet, dude. Well, I'm gonna get stinky, dude. I'm gonna start sweating up a storm. I like it. I like it. Sounds like a capybara on the back. Weirdly, I actually do like the idea of it being a capybara more. I don't know why. That seems better, but it does seem mildly better. Said that with a lot more aggression than I originally intended to, but whatever, dude. Okay, you know, I'm gonna use the panel medium. Use my medium panels here for this next part. Thank you for the $5, Demon. Much appreciated. 1 $5. Thank you, man. Okay, but insects can make themselves look like predator animals. A scarab can look like a frog, although feels more like a snake. Is this like how like moths and butterflies like change the shapes of their wings or whatever? Is that the kind of, is that what you mean? Is that what you're talking about? Okay, because that's kind of true. You know, they get like shapes and stuff. A little geometric. They feeling fancy. Ooh, that looks terrible. Ooh, let's just leave it like how it was. That's fine. Okay, this is looking pretty good so far. We got some cool details in the back here. I'm gonna have to cook really fucking hard to add some extra details and stuff, but dude, this is looking pretty good. Definitely should check stream chat. Oh, what up, Jaren? By the way, didn't even say hi. What up, man? Bro! What the fuck, man? You know what? Now it's frowning. Honestly, that kind of makes it not look like a frog when I do that. Because it already has a mouth line. I can't even change that. It's already got a mouth line. That's the fanciest frog I ever did see. What's this? What have you sent me? Demon, I like low-key like that picture. I don't know what that is in reference to, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. All right, we gotta get a little bit of a closer. God damn it, we gotta get a little bit of a closer look at this backside. Yeah. Oh wait, this panel supposed to be raised up. I forgot about that. What is this connected? It's kind of a deep, dank, dark panel line. You know what? Fuck it, dude. We're panel lining it up right now. I need to do some lines all around the edge of the shell here. Add a little bit of depth, so fuck it. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I did this with the Lich too, and I was worried that it wasn't gonna look that good, but it's kind of important to do this. Go the mesh wireframe. This will help getting some of these shapes in here. Let's clean this up a little bit. Give it a little bit of that stroke look to it. Oops. It'll look good here. Maybe this will improve the vibe. I don't fucking know, dude. Maybe. Let's see. Does that look any better than not having it? I mean, I think it's all right. It adds a little bit of depth to the shapes. Okay. I don't hate it. I have a steam venting for the legs after each step would be cool because it's an older Scarab. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have some kind of steam vents down here on the bottom for sure. That'll be a thing. 100% that'll be a thing. Alright, I'm looking forward to detailing this thing, honestly. Like, it's such... got so many large scale shapes that I don't know, it's too much. They need to become smaller scale. I think once you get lights on it, the frog head will appear less prominent. I think so. I think so. Also, you guys are just keep calling it out and keep calling it out, and that's totally contributing. For the record, if I'm TBHing honestly, that's what's going on here. Nobody's ever going to care about it looking like a frog. Nobody's ever going to notice. That's just what happens when I'm TBHing honestly. I just spit facts like that. Y'all have no choice but to accept it. It's just how it is. Oh wait, actually I do not want this line here. I lied, I don't want this. What I do want is this to follow this, and this to follow this. I think that'll look good. Jans, thanks for the 5! Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. An idea I have is that the hump on the back opens like a giant wraith and has either an H2 mortar, an AA gun, or maybe a Halo War super turret. I'm gonna be honest, that is a really cool idea, but also that's a lot of effort that I don't want to necessarily put in right now. But fun fact, I do believe there used to be a rear turret on this spot right here. There at one point I believe was a turret mount. There's a screenshot. Let me see if I can find it. I think Zophie sent it. I noticed that one of the screenshots that Zophie sent was like very early on. I don't think it's this one. I think it's this one. Is it this one? Can you see it there? On this screenshot here, it looks like there's a turret right there. Also, wait, holy shit, this has all the texture detail I need to look at here. Damn, okay. Yeah, this is going to be extremely useful. I need to use this to look at with my eyeballs. I wonder if Zophie's there. Zophie, can you upscale the last 2 screenshots? They show the butt, but it's a little too blurry. If you get the chance, thanks. Alright, I sent that in all caps, which probably looks more urgent than it actually is. Wait, is this already upscaled? Maybe it is already upscaled. I don't think it is. Don't touch the button. I'm gonna touch the button. I'm gonna touch it. You can't tell me what to do. I'm gonna touch it. That is a good idea, though, Jans. Sorry, to go back to your super chat for a second. It is a good idea. I like that in content. It would be pretty cool. I will say, this will look a lot better for sure once I go ahead and start adding normal detail. Beyond just having panel lines. Like, panel lines are cool and everything. That's great, but we can do a lot more. I think I'm going to do one line down the middle. Does that have a line down the middle? God damn it! It's like a kind of dark area near the front of it. Let me apply that. I think it's gonna be a thing. That'll look good. We'll do panel medium dark. Go ahead and draw a panel line here. Do an inward shape like that. Maybe with a bit more of a curvature to it. And then fill in these shapes with some new content here. Look at that. Wow. Alright, that looks a little nicer. There's some more details that I really want to iron out on this area here. I know these are just like long, detailed panels, but I want more than just a couple of normal shapes on them. There also seems to be a little line right there. God damn it. Little line, a divot here. I think it pops up out of the shell, actually. I'm gonna have to make a new layer for this. There's gonna be shell up details. We got some details that just go straight up. Amazing the difference panel lines makes. Yeah, I mean, it's providing actual context for what you're looking at. That you know at least what the hell what's going on. Let's do panel dark, but I'm gonna make this panel medium dark. Let's do up. This will be an up layer. And the height on this is gonna go up to, let's do 0.25, positive 0.25. We'll paint, what does the shape look like generally? Kind of like a triangular shape, I would say. It goes like this. It goes out, up, curves in a little. Not sure what it's supposed to be, but maybe I'll replace it with a fancy alpha at some point. But it's not bad. It's a little bit of extra detail in there. Good to see. There is another shape here I've kind of spent some time not adding in, which I should. It's kind of a... Let's see this up. God damn it. Is this Substance Painter? It is. This is Substance Painter. Okay, as useful as this frame is for seeing the back, I actually have better reference for the back now, so... Let those disappear. So above the leg, there is a whole panel segment that kind of comes up. Okay, I think I see it. And the shape of it is kind of comes up from the bottom, follows the curve, goes down, and then I'll add that after. So it comes up from the bottom. Follows the curve. And I forgot already. Whoa, then it drops down and folds into that tuck right there. Follows the curve. And then it drops down and into there. And then there is a shape like this at some point on this. So it goes up, out, like so. It's kind of this whole upper panel here, and this should provide some nice detailing, so just fill it all in real quick. Okay, that looks pretty good. We can throw this here. I think this should override the panel lines as well. I want this to override it here. So before I even do anything more, let's override panel lines there. And this will just kind of pop up and look good, I think. Sent you some things that may or not have seen as reference for the Scarab. Awesome, I appreciate it. Give me 1 sec. Let me finish filling in this panel a bit more on the edges. And down to there. Okay, that is actually the shape I was after. I do need to work around the normals a little bit more. This is one of those shapes that's going to be a little tweaked later on, but good. All right, let me see stream chat, though, what we got. I think, no, unfortunately I have these images. The front one's actually pretty nice. Maybe, that's HD. That's surprisingly HD. There's this, oh yeah, there's some events on there I keep forgetting to add. What else? I think I have this same, is this the same resolution? My God, the frog. One is actually slightly larger, which is nice. Good to have. I'll take that. I appreciate that. Let's look at these vents right here. I'm gonna throw those holes in, those little vents. Those are pretty iconic to this design. They're like right here. The shape of them is kind of going up in an aggressive way. I think it might be a bit too big. We'll see. You know what, maybe I'll do this as an alpha, actually. Anytime I need to take a shape and, like, repeat it quite a bit, I end up just making alpha. Fuck it, you know? It's a little bit rectangular, and the thinness is... it's a little thin. Maybe I can go like that. Oops. Cut it a little bit more. Paste that. And we'll do a little skew. Like that. Whoa! Welcome to content with a $20 tip, dude. Thank you so much. Huge. Huge. Seriously, appreciate that. It's awesome. Thank you so much. And dude, this... and you guys actually have some crazy levels of support. Because not only did you do a $20 tip, but the message you put literally just said, "What's good? Also, like the stream." That is true. Dude, how is it that I don't advertise those things enough that you guys have to do it for me? I appreciate that. If you are here, if you are enjoying the stream, welcome to Content Tip, $20 just to say what's good and to remind you to like it, because it does make a big difference in the algorithm. YouTube, for, you know, algorithm reasons, they give a shit. So if you leave a like on the stream, I appreciate that. It helps me out. It gets more people in here, which means more content, more goodness. So thank you for that very much. Appreciate it. Get some likes on the stream, man. Wait. I may have misplaced these panels. Oh, whatever. Misplaced them slightly, but I think it's okay. Alright, let's throw this in the game. Let's see how we're looking. Let's see. I mean, there's a lot of bare stuff, a lot of bare panels and parts, but could look pretty good. Could be making me a little happy. Nice, dude. The detailing is starting to move on. We're getting some good details in here. We haven't even begun with the actual detailing phase. So far, it's just... Oh, wait. Is this overwriting it? It should be underneath. Hold up. Yeah, that is not supposed to be... Oh, you know what? It's because I did not clear the paint layer on that one before I started painting on it. We gotta fix that up real quick. Yeah, I should probably repaint these on the other layer now. Panel, medium, dark, regular, size 1. Wait, that was supposed to be up, actually. I guess on this one, maybe I will have to clear it up a little. Alrighty, we can have that curve like so. And I guess it's fine down here as well. Oh, wait, I just got an idea. What if it's like a panel that goes over the top and just adds some nice depth like that? Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Like, hold on. How about make the curve a lot more pronounced? Like that, that. It's nice to get these basic shapes, and like I know I'm gonna have to end up refining these pretty substantially, but it's not bad so far. It's not bad. That looks cool too. I like the way that the depth interacts there. That's pretty nice. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. Okay, I definitely want to add more detail to the front. The challenge is now that they're actually just, at least on the base design, isn't that much more detail present on the front, like period. And what I'll realistically have to do, actually wait, before I even continue that rant, I do need to paint this up a little bit. This is supposed to be from here, 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 to here. Okay, there we go. That's pretty good. Nice detailing there. Love to see it. Love to see it. What else do we want? I don't like the position of these vents. I'll have to adjust those. Okay, I could start doing like normal details now. That is not out of the question here. like it in silver, not gonna lie. It is pretty cool. I also really like the vibe of the aesthetic of it. Okay, theoretically, the entire shell is like done in the sense that all the major panel components are there, except for this back rear part. If I do this back rear part, I can then move on to detailing and working on the normals for the shell. That's not to speak about the legs. The legs definitely still need some more work and some more detailing, but I would actually argue that the shell, the purple shell part of the legs here, is quote-unquote like done for this step of the process. Now I just need to get this part there, and then we can work on like Halo 3 style detailing, adding some of those smaller bits and pieces and making some adjustments to improve the overall quality of the design. But I think overall we're getting there. So let's do this back rear part, and then I think the main paneling section is done, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at these images. The image that I want. Wait, what is that? Is that a destroyed pelican? Damn, that's cool. That's really cool. Weasel! Hey! Hi, Weasel. Good to see you, girl. How you doing, sweet thing? Oh, my sweet girl. Want to come up here? You come on up? Come here. Come on up. Weasel, Weasel. Come here. Come on. Oh, big yawn from Weasel. Hey, there we go. Sorry, I gotta coax my cat up here. She's really awkward. She doesn't come up and cuddle unless I give her an invitation. Oh, Weasel. What's up, girl? You're so happy. One happy kitty right here. Big, large kitty. Oh, yeah. What's up, kitty girl? Hyperjected seizes. Oh, wait. What did you say? Hey, wait. What about those Covenant space vehicles? The Phantom and Banshee in this mod. We could slow them down and make them more nimble. Weaker version of the Seraph. I mean, they would be good, but they would just basically, in my understanding, be more like alternative vehicle skins, so to speak. Like the Space Banshee would be cool, but like, I don't want to speed it up really fast, or else every other vehicle just feels worse. I want there to be kind of like a base level speed for most vehicles, with them only being slightly above or below. So if I add like the Space Banshee, I wouldn't want to give it that significant speed increase that has in Reach, because then it would make their other Banshees just feel like worse vehicles. You'd be like, oh, why am I even in this vehicle? It leads to, what I learned from Huge Grass is that having really fast vehicles and really, really strong fast vehicles just makes every other vehicle that's slower and weaker just feel like worse. You're like, why am I even in this thing? It's not a good vehicle. Even though it is a good vehicle, it's viable, it just doesn't even feel good because you know there's this like really crazy fast, powerful vehicle. So I would say if I add it, it would be more of like a kind of like fun, switch up the vibe, kind of like almost like a vehicle skin kind of thing. I'm not against it. I really love those vehicles, and I would love to port them for sure and give them the full vehicle treatment as well. I think that would be pretty awesome. But I would for sure want to. You know what? I'll tell you this. All right, I will do those vehicles 100% ported to Halo 3 sometime relatively soon, because that's a really, I totally forgot those existed, and I love doing vehicle ports like that. That would be a lot of fun. It throws up on GitHub super easily too. Vehicle skins coming in the battle pass confirmed, dude. The day that I make an unironic battle pass is the day, clip this, that my mods are cooked, bro. My mods are cooked if I somehow made a battle pass. It's over. Stop supporting me. And not a AAA game company. We do not do battle passes here. Dude, how is it? I think this has got to be like a pressure thing. I swear to God, my cat like sits on my lap, and then that like announces to my bladder, to my body, that my bladder is full. So like, I want to pet my cat. I want to give her lots of love, but now I gotta pee the moment she sat down. That's messed up, man. I just want to love on her. What's up with that? Oh, but you're so sweet, kitty kitty. All right, we gotta study the butt. What do the butt be looking like? I'm noticing some panel lines on the butt. I'm going to have to draw those in now. This shape right here accentuates the overall shape and feel of the butt. All right, we're gonna go curve shape that kind of wraps around and down. Like here. Ooh. Curve shape that's gonna like wrap around and down like so. And then we'll draw a straight line from there to there. Is that... No, it's supposed to go way further in. In fact, there's supposed to be a line that I don't yet have that draws... I gotta draw this other line in first. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's kind of a line right here that draws from this corner here all the way down to like here. Actually, it's more like this. Don't full. Oh wait, that's supposed to be a panel line. Hold on. Panel line, like here, here to here. Then I can draw this butt shape in here. Go from like there to there, and then give it a nice like that, but larger. Larger, more pronounced. No, that's not going to be it either. Okay, clearly I'm not getting this shape right at all here. I'm gonna freak out, dude. I'm gonna freak the hell out. I can't get this shape right at all. I'm struggling hard. Weasel, weasel. Alright. What? The shape is... It curves out from the shell, and then it goes down and it curves inwards. I'm just going to do that. So it curves out from the shell, it goes down, and then it goes inwards. And because of the way that I've drawn these shapes, I'm actually going to curve up and out a little bit like that, and then it's going to come down like that, and then I'm going to draw a line from right there to right there, and then that's it. We're done. It's over. Game over, dude. I think. I lied, actually. I'm going to do one more. I swear. It's just, this is the final time I draw this line. Boom to boom. Alright. I think I'm just gonna forever accept that to be the line. Even though I don't like it. Oh my god! I'm gonna freak the fuck out, dude. How are we looking? It'll do. It'll do. Now I'm going to take the panel dark medium and fill this in entirely. Okay, whatever. That's pretty good. We got the little butt panel thingy curved bits in. Then it has some straight up just three giant circular holes that kind of look like vents or something. I'll put those in right here. I'm gonna use these alphas and then just fill them in. So it's like one, 2, 3. Managed to strap 2 machine guns to a lifeboat. What? What? Are we talking about Halo? What game are you talking about? That's good. I think my volume is the volume a little loud right now. I feel like this song just like peaks the audio like crazy, and nobody ever says anything. Keep that a little low. The song goes stupid loud. A little messy, but it'll do. It'll do. I'll do this too. I wonder if I can get this all in one line. Boom, two, boom. This is all right. I think I might have cut it a little bit much. That again. Boom, two. Excuse me. My goodness. And I think there's supposed to be panel lines that kind of like connect in there as well. And I'll have to do some fancy stuff with the normals, but overall it should be alright. There's my panel lines. There they are. A little bit where do the panel lines connect to actually? Looks like they go in between these, so kind of like there. Too shabby. I mean, I actually kind of really hate that shape, but I think I can make it look better with some normal adjustments. That's really ugly though, and I want to erase it completely. It's making my skin crawl just looking at it, but honestly, totally not even a problem. Wow, that is the most disgusting. Yeah, just how hard can I control Z this entire fucking thing? I don't ever want to look at this again for the rest of my life. Jesus Christ. Horrible, horrible nightmare. Oh, Sophie, you upskill it. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I wonder if this will help me. Can I zoom in? Oh, let's see. I don't know if this actually ended up having more detail, to be honest, but maybe it sort of helps a little. Because it's better than just having a blurry thing to zoom into. I appreciate you that. Thank you very much, Sophie. Yeah, I definitely see the shape of it, but you know what? I'm just gonna have to come up with my own version of this shape. I'm trying too hard to adhere again. I'm having trouble because I'm adhering too hard to the actual shapes here. What it is really is just the kind of shape that roughly follows those lines and then has like a shallow angle. So whatever I need to do to have a shallow angle on this will look the best. So we'll have like that. Then we'll kind of curve it in a little bit there. Like that. Try for a shallow angle like there. Finalize it like that. And then... You know what? I think I've just been going too high with it the whole time. I actually see a really great shape here I want to try and draw this into. Oh, perfect, dude. This is what I needed the whole time. Shape kind of like that, except maybe with a bit more of a curve to it. Yeah, that's a much nicer shape to look at, honestly. I don't even know if that's a good shape necessarily, but it'll do for now. I'm gonna fill this in with a panel medium dark, and I'm not gonna worry about the vents right now. Honestly, I think this will look better without me worrying too much about the details, because I need to move on to the next step of this, which is adding proper detail. Demon, thank you very much for the 5. Appreciate it. Thank you. Add 2 more holes. 10 particle volley. Maybe. I'm gonna worry more about the design first and foremost, because if I ever want to change it up into a specific weapon, I can go in and change it up, but I don't know. Maybe I might switch this panel to be something completely different other than that. It just doesn't look great. It just doesn't look like a Covenant shape, to be honest. Well, let me see. Let's look in game. Maybe I'll change my mind and how I feel about it. I just feel like the way that I've drawn it here doesn't do justice not only to the actual one from the original Scarab, but that's alright, I suppose. We're looking really boring overall. There's not a whole lot of inspiration going on with the panels, but I think if I start doing some... Now that we've got like the panel lines down, I can start doing some lighter, specular kind of details with some coloring in there, on top of getting some of the panel shapes like readjusted and stuff. I think it'll be cool. God, you're as boring as I am. I'm too stupid to be boring. I'm not sure what that means. But I think the back looks nice. The front's a little lacking in detail, but it kind of always was anyway. Oof. Mean looking thing. Now that the main panel lines are in, it's time. It's time to get a little creative with the shapes. But first I gotta pee, so we're gonna do that. And then it'll be good. I will be back in just 1 minute. Boy, howdy. Alright, so do you guys remember when I was working on the Lich? I basically spent a bunch of time looking at the Phantom, and then I was able to finally make some nice lines drawn all over this thing that ended up looking pretty good, separating things out into panels, and I was like, nice, we had a little details. That's what I want to do here on this thing. Because we have large scale panels drawn out, and now what this thing really needs is small details. This thing needs small details all over the place. I don't want to overdo it, but I definitely want to basically take like the actual Scarab design choices here with small detail stuff and start cooking with it. Honestly, if I had to be real, I'm a little worried that I did too... I can almost guarantee I did too large of panel lines all over this thing. Which is not the end of the world, really, but now I can add some smaller panel lines all over this thing. And I want to go grab all of those alphas from not the Scarab, but the Lich. Grab all of these. And then also from the harvester. Bitmaps extra. Was it here that I saved them? No, it was under Bitmaps extra, I think. Yeah, these. Okay. So all of these are going into the project here from before. My growing collection of various alphas from Covenant designs. But also, I want to start adding some smaller details into the panel lines here. Like for example, right here on the front, I want to do something like little panels, little panel shapes, you know, something to add a little bit of that extra Covenant-y-ness to it. I want to do that all over the place, to be honest. I'm playing Black Ops 2 all night. Fucking dope, dude. Is this not a panel line? I'm so confused. Oh, it is. I was just inverting it. Oops. Another panel line to separate things up. I just think these smaller panel lines are going to go really hard in just keeping the shape of this looking good. This one I'm going to keep large because I think on the actual, yeah, it's just kind of like a large panel that's got like a sharp normal line down the middle, which is honestly fine. Oh wait, there is a panel I totally forgot about that I really should draw in here. How would I draw this, to be honest? Maybe I should cut into the panel medium dark with it. Alright, I guess I'll just draw it in. No, I'll worry about it later. I'm going to keep drawing these panel lines. They're kind of nice. So I'm going to be doing lots of nice little details soon, but panel lines, mini panel lines all over the place first. Hopefully something like this can help these shapes feel like they fit better into the overall, like, vibe of the paneling that this has. You see what looks like a frog? Dude, everybody keeps saying this fucking thing looks like a frog. I'm so tired, dude. It's not a frog! It's a very cool scarab. I'll have you know. I can't see the frog because of y'all. You're ruining it. You guys are you're ruining everything, dude. You know, maybe I could outline this thing, actually. This could look cool. I didn't even think about this. I should probably have a depthy outline around where the scarab holder thingy is. The turret holder. That's kind of nice. That's a little bit of detail. That's cool. Oh, you guys want to see some crazy shit? I wonder if how good this will look. Actually, I have no idea if it's a good idea, but I'm gonna give this a try really quickly. All right, I'm gonna duplicate the panel lines. You know, let me save this first. I want to see. We'll do like a before and after of what this effect does. So, first of all, let's just see this in game. See how we're looking. I think this is gonna improve the visuals of the Scarab pretty substantially. Here's before, adding all these little details. And I'll import them, and then we'll do a little after. Boom. Nice, yeah, that makes it feel, it's already feeling much more complete just by adding those smaller details. There's still a lot of big open areas, but, all right. And then the normals will help make this feel a lot more cohesive too. Less so like a flat thing with lots of stuff on it. The depth that will be provided by having some of that normal stuff will be really nice. I'll point out a neat detail of the pre-release Scarab, and everyone is just going on about frogs. Oh, is there a detail? Wait, it has 2 CE-style shade cannons. Yeah, I actually noticed that in some of the old concepts. They literally are like CE-style shade cannons. It's very interesting. They ended up getting swapped out. Also, I noticed that I think it's just longer. I think this version, maybe it's just the perspective of being stretched near the edge of the screen, but it looks like very long and stretched out. Might just be an FOV deal, but I can't help but notice that. It looks like a fucking hot dog. Whereas the version I have right now looks like it's more compacted and squished inwards. Kind of stretched out. I don't know. Regardless, though, I'm going to give this technique a try. This is something I did on the legs, and I thought it looked really good. I hope I don't overdo it on the legs. This is panel lines. Okay, this is panel lines body. I don't think this is used anywhere else. So I still want to add more lines, so this is kind of pointless to do, but this is a bit of a test. We duplicate the panel lines. On the paint, we're going to add a filter here called Mask Outline, which does this, which looks actually just insane. But then what I do is we're going to change the height to positive 0.25, and we're going to adjust the mask outline pretty substantially, where the width I think is 0.11. The blur gets brought up a bit. Maybe the width was lower than that. I don't know if you guys can see where I'm going with this. Oh, right, and the mask goes below as well. I think you can kind of see where I'm going. I don't know if this is going to look good, but it might. Let's see. Put it in the game. This is going to add a lot of normal depth. I haven't even started doing manual normal depth, but I think this will look pretty cool. So we'll throw that in there. So here's before. This is a subtle effect, keep in mind. But here's before. Fallen Angel, thank you for the $2 tip. Really appreciate it. Ribbit, ribbit. I have no idea what that's in reference to. It's an absolute mystery to me. Anyways, not talking about frogs for a second, dude. Here's the after normal details on the panel lines. Boom. That's just a straight up improvement, dude. You can't tell me that doesn't just look better. Immediately better. That just adds a nice, like, subtle depth to all of the panel lines. I'm a huge fan of that. I am a huge fan of that. Looks worse, not gonna lie. I think that, with in addition to whatchamacallit, manual normal depth, which I'm gonna start on now, is gonna go a long way into making this look nicer. Yeah, that's gonna be nice. But it's a little too early to actually be adding that on, so I do need to delete that. Wait, the color on the panel lens is only at 55? Doesn't really seem to make a big difference, but makes the lighting look funky on it. Well, it's not supposed to be like super smooth. This thing is supposed to be like all kind of bumpy and lumpy, but regardless, I'm gonna try doing this effect. See how there's kind of like a normal line on there? I'm gonna go for something like that real quick. So we're gonna do, where is it? Panel, height normal panels. Here's panel 01. We begin. We have the blur disabled. I'm gonna add a massive, massive normal panel line like that all the way down this shape here. And then I'm going to cut into it with this on this shape here. I'll do shape cone. And I'm just gonna literally cut into it like that on both sides. Maybe with a bit bigger brush. Like that. Wait, let me try that again. Like that. Oh, come on, I can get this right. There we go. There we go. And then if we add a little bit of blur to the original, and add a little bit more blur, just a touch more to the top part, we get a shape like that, which looks pretty good. And then we do have to add one more paint layer, admittedly. A final subtraction paint layer with no blurs on it. And then I basically just need to cut out the panel itself down to the exact panel lines. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. We'll see how this looks in game, of course, but I'm here for it. I think it's good. Toa, thanks for the 5. Good to see you. Appreciate the 5er. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. You said neat deal about the Halo War Scarab. In some of the screenshot has 2 shade cannon turrets. Yeah, no, I think I don't know if you're like back in time on the stream. I was just talking about that a second ago after you typed it into the chat. It's really cool. I think I prefer for sure like I'm not going to use any of the original turrets from the game because I think all of them just look a little too goofy for like a full Halo 3 game, but yeah, I do want to at least do the Halo 2 turret because I think it's cool that it had like a CE classic style turrets. For all the people who are talking about the classic CE Scarab, that would be like so perfect for it. Sorry, I got super distracted with that, but something. I was talking about something. I have no idea. I think I'm just gonna do the Halo 2 Scarab turret though. That's what I was trying to get at. Let's see, how does this panel look? Ooh, yeah, look at that depth, man. Look at that depth. Oh my god. Look at that depth that it added. Yeah, we're keeping that. We are keeping that. For this one, I'm gonna do a little circle around it. It's supposed to be kind of round. It is already popping out circularly, which is nice. I'm getting time traveled back into the stream randomly. You're good. This is the image that I had up that I was talking about there. You can see that shade turret. It's kind of hard to tell because this was upscaled. I can't tell if that's another shade turret on the back there or if that's like a Halo 2 style turret. I would presume it's like a shade turret. I would presume. But yeah, it's cool to see it. I wonder if there's any like... I don't know if that build exists. I think the build with the Scarab model that I got had only the newer Halo 2 style turret that actually ended up in the final game on the Super Scarab. But I am not 100% sure. I don't know. Anyway, this is panel shell side sharp. I'm gonna have to get an interesting naming scheme for these. This will be panel shell side sharp. This one will be panel shell side circle. Now this is going to be an interesting one because for this I want it to be like, I have to draw like basically a really good circle around it. So I'm going to do a big bump up, I think. Is that what I'm doing here? Oh wait, that is not what I'm doing here. I'm doing this. Maybe that's all I need to do actually. I think that's actually all I need to do. I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to do all this complicated shit. No, I think I literally just spam the circle brush on this. Just center it as best I can and just start clicking a bunch. Yeah, no, I think I think that did it. Yeah, let's go, dude. That was easy. And now, just like it is in Halo Wars, where it's kind of got that circle bit popping out right there, if we look in game, boom, we got a circle bit popping out, kind of, sort of, close enough. Looks like the SCP logo. The frog is looking at you, dude. It's looking at you. It knows you're watching. Looking like a Halo Infinite Forge Scarab? I don't even know what that means. That doesn't sound like a compliment, though. Alright, I'm going to do a nice risen panel down this shape right here as well. I noticed on the Scarab that it does seem to have this part be kind of risen up above the rest of the surrounding panel, so I'm going to give that a quick try. I know I added some panel lines here, which I may remove, but fine. We're going to duplicate this. This will become panel shell. We're not going to do side circle, we're going to do top curve. And as for the actual shape of it, go kind of like, I want it to be the roughly correct size. Like that. Alright, so we've risen it up a decent bit. Now, what I want to do is, I want it to be curved quite a bit, so the blur should help with some of that curvature. Maybe I can increase that blur even further. Then I can kind of cut into the sides to increase some of the initial blurring. That was kind of challenging to do. Dude, honestly, I actually really like that shape already. I don't even know if I want to change that. I probably should, but I really like the shape of that already. The way it's just kind of rounded, curved panel there. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll stick with that. Try adding a subtraction curve onto it. Use blur warp as well. What is blur warp? Blur directional? Blur slope? Whoa. What the hell? What is this? Why is it sloping with like a cool ass pattern? Can I change that pattern? Under blur intensity? Oh, blur wrap. Oh. Wait, I'm confused on what that changes. Let me see. Oh, wait, does that wrap it around on UV maps? Because I noticed that the blurs have a really tough time with UV seams. Helps soften the fall off. Oh, I see. I didn't notice too much of a difference, to be honest. I turned it on and off under various circumstances. I didn't see a whole lot change. It'll be alright, though. This is all underneath the panel lining. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we take that. Let's do export into the game. Let's see if this looks any better. To be honest, I don't know if it will, but it could. It's certainly more interesting. It adds a nice depth to everything. I wonder if it looked better sharper. I like the way it makes it pop, at least. That's cool. That's cool. Already making the entire Scarab shell just, like, visually better. Can't wait to see this thing takes its first steps. I know, I know. I can't wait to, like, rig it up and get the animations with the head, like, rotating and, like, oh, it's gonna be so cool. I'm really excited for it. Like, genuinely, it's gonna be awesome. Okay, is there any other things that pop out to me? I do see one area that seems to pop out pretty heavily, which is on this thing here. The in-game, the normals on it are just like very smooth, slow, which is very uninteresting. But if you look at the actual in-game screenshot, it's got like a very harsh, like sharpened edge almost, but like not an actual sharpened edge. Let's see if we can't make that a thing. It's almost like, let's duplicate this, and then we'll do paint, shell, pop. I'm gonna call it a horn. That looks like a horn. On the paint, what I could do is kind of raise it up really high with like a circular brush. Theoretically. Really big circular brush. And then if I add a paint to that, maybe if I just like subtracted it, would that be enough? Maybe I would have to like... Okay, yeah, wait. Before I even worry about the top part of it, what I need to do is make another paint layer that I can use to subtract from this. I will apply the cone brush. The cone brush is so good for this, actually. Do another blur. Light intensity. If I turn that off, the difference in normals is pretty good. I think the last thing I need now is one more paint layer. None of that stuff going on that just flattens out the entire top. And then just call it on that. I don't know if this is going to give me the result I'm after necessarily, but it makes logical sense. It's kind of hard to tell fully here in Substance, which admittedly is not always a great sign, but could be. Anything in specific that's really selling it there? What if I turn off the panel lines? What does that do? I don't know. Let's try it in game though. Let's see. Maybe I actually just totally pulled it off. My brain is telling me that I did that reasonably well. Let's see, it curves up more, for sure. I think I might just have to go harder on that. On the subtraction. I don't know. This one's more challenging, but perhaps... Perhaps? Close, I would say. I think it's humongous. It's supposed to be a little smaller. I did scale it up a little bit too large. It's not 100% supposed to be this big. That is actually just my bad. I went a little too crazy with it. Okay, there are some just like nice normal lines that are all over this thing. Just kind of all over the place actually. Like on the top, for example, there's like a great just line through it. I'm gonna try that. We'll duplicate this one. It'll be, instead of the top horn, it will be top line. I know, I'm very creative. Ooh, speaking of Halo Wars and all this Halo Wars stuff, man. Alright, so we got the paint on there. Pretty good. We'll add our paint layer atop it with our cone brush again, which is really good for this subtraction. Make it real big. And like that's pretty good there. Honestly, I could even let that go outside of the panel line. Nah, I should probably not have it go outside the panel line. Might as well just keep it clean, keep every curve kind of within a panel shape. Don't want to go too crazy with it. I'm imagining. Thanks, the Didact. Very cool. Actually, I don't need that to be subtracted from the backside there. It can stay there. That's a mini panel line. We don't give a fuck about mini panel lines here. All my homies hate mini panel lines. Fuck them. Alright. Let's see if that's any good. Does that accentuate the top being more flattened? It does? I don't know if I like it, but it definitely does. I will say these normal adjustments are honestly, they're slapping really fucking hard right now. Yeah, for a bit, my lord, it is a crisp-looking Scarab. Well, it needs a ton more detailing, but I'm glad you think so. This is still really bare bones and basic compared to where it needs to be, in my opinion, to, like, fully take off. I'm enjoying the process, though. So far, the detailing is nice. It is nice. I can't wait to do some of the metal stuff. They're so plain with just a giant, flat, gray, grungy material. Ugh. Gross. Ew. Ew. No, that's pretty cool. So far, so good. Is that my weasel? What's up, kitty cat? How you doing? Hey, Darksteel, thanks for the $2 tip, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. At everyone, please do not announce to the chat that you are edging. This has been a recurring issue, and I'm not sure why people have such underdeveloped social skills that they think a chat of mostly male strangers would need to know that. You're so real for that. Someone's gonna spam open edge, open edge, open edge, open edge. Ooh, I just had a really good idea for this area right here. Just got a good idea. It'll be good. Watch this. Watch this. Make a new normal thingy. It's gonna be normal, top, mid panel. I'm gonna go delete all this stuff. We'll do literally just this, actually. Add that blur to it. Make it. Actually, I want this blur to be even higher this time, honestly. We'll add a paint layer atop of that. Now this paint layer is going to be our subtraction cone layer. Wait, is this adding? Oh, I'm adding. Subtraction cone layer. Add a blur on this one. Kitty. Kitty kitty. And then we'll do the final layer atop that to just subtract all the stuff that's outside the panel. Very cool, very epic. Hi Weasel. What's up, kitty cat? Oops. No! Oh, what's up, Weasel? No! Keep overshooting, dude. I lose my progress, then I start crying and pissing myself, and it's all over, man. Game over, man. It's game over. Alright, let's see how this panel looks. I'm really liking this. And maybe I'll go through like every major panel and just try to add some kind of interesting normal adjustment to it to kind of make it feel like this thing was kind of cobbled together. Because yeah, that's a lot more interesting. I like that actually a lot. It just looks nice, you know? Covenant are known for their warped, cool panel shapes. And that makes it look a lot more interesting than something that's just flat 2D like it used to be. I'm a huge fan of how this is turning out already. I don't love every decision I've made panel-wise, but it could definitely be worse. I still need to add more details, especially around this area here. This is going to need some more detailed panel lines. Love your streams, always learn something from this? Hell yeah. That's awesome. That's actually awesome. I'm glad you can learn some cool stuff from this. I'm always learning myself. I am far, far removed from being like super skilled or anything like that. I'm always trying to learn more and more. So that's pretty cool that you're able to learn some good stuff. I myself am always trying to learn more. What's the matter, Weasel? You okay? You okay, sweet girl? Yeah, good to see you. Chilling? You chilling, Ms. Weasel? The first time you sat in my lap in like a week, dude. Been a minute. What's going on? Am I doing another 24-hour stream for 300? What are we at right now? 297? Yeah, we're at 297. I could do something special for 300. I didn't really have any plans for it, actually. It'd be nice, though. It'd be cool to do something like that. That's pretty cool. That's kind of nice. I like that. Halo Wars music is so soothing. I feel like it's pretty fitting for the kind of stream we're doing here where we're doing texture painting. I watched the clip of him doing the orange justice in a healthy amount. That's actually not real. It's actually AI generated. So unfortunately, you're just watching AI generated content. Very sad. Very sad. Shoot. Okay, I'm liking this a lot so far. I think this is already starting to look really fucking cool, but I have bad news. I do have to end the stream right about now, unfortunately. I would love to stream way longer, but I have put off doing some grocery shopping stuff that I very much need to do. You were going to reuse the turret from the Halo 2 one? Yeah, I already have it redone in the Halo 3 style over here. I'll probably just end up using that. I have to adjust the colors and stuff, but yeah, I am sorry, you guys. I gotta go. I'm really deep into this. I'm really enjoying this. I'm having a great time with it. I think this is so cool. I'm really thrilled with how good it's looking already. I still want to do so much more with it, but there's only so much I can do for a single stream. You know, it looks a lot cooler than it did when I started this stream already. Imagine one more stream, how much cooler it could look on top of this. So, right? Like, this is great. Still a lot more to do. Gotta do the legs and all the metal, but you know, so far so good. Yeah, the turret and its Halo Wars textures. Nah, that thing looks too cartoony and squished and smushed. Got that Halo Wars kind of goofy style to it that I'm not necessarily a huge fan of for this. So I'll just do the exact version of it that's actually in game over there. Maybe I'll even model a new one. Who knows? That said, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the daily tip goals stuff, the tips, as well as the super chats. Obviously, that means the most. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be live again the exact same time tomorrow, earlier, ideally, by like an hour. So I'll see you guys there, 6 p.m. Central. I hope you join in. I'll have some progress on Discord, by the way, for all you YouTube members who want to see the progress that I'm making on this tonight. I will continue to make more progress, so I will be posting some updates there. That said, thank you guys again. Appreciate it as always. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one, y'all. Bye-bye.